Hello everybody and welcome back to the Ethereal Dream for day 3 of our Disney Wonder Alaskan cruise. So today is our glacier day and we're going to be visiting the Sawyer Glaciers. It's going to be different from Dawes Glacier, which is where we went last time. We're going to be spending the day on the decks, admiring the amazing views of the glaciers, having an amazing brunch at Palo, doing an animation class, and finally watching the freezing the night away frozen deck party. And this is gonna be a super exciting day and we're going to be taking you with us, so let's go! Let's go!
Room is no longer occupied. Bye bye room. See you like later. It's glacier day. Glacier day. Look out the window cause it's glacier day. You know what's funny is like whenever I'm with Disney, I feel I have the musical urge. The urge to be musical. I sing everything.
I agree.
Jamie is walking in the atrium past the Crown and Fin sign. They're the glaciers. Oh my God. Right now we are headed to Cabanas to get some coffee and sit outside while admiring the views. We are seated right next to the slide, admiring the view, and right now it's around almost 8:30 and it's so peaceful out here right now. And we're also seeing a lot of parents having their morning coffee. Yes. It's the quiet before the storm. Ooh, it's cold outside.
It's freezing.
Wow, look at the pool and nobody's in it. And look at the glacier. She's cold. Jamie, I thought the cold never bothered you anyway.
Bothers me now. Later, when I've got food in my stomach.
What's that accent? Guess Jamie's accent. Oh my gosh.
Oh, look at that Lilliput Island.
Again, here we go again. We're trying to spot a whale. And people have said that they've seen a whale tail. And again, Jamie, you haven't even seen a bird.
Yeah, no birds in sight. That means no land.
Oh, is that some Noah's Ark knowledge there? Wow.
A bird needs to drop leaves.
No, the bird's gonna drop something else.
Maybe we'll win bingo.
Yes. I haven't gotten this view of the pool yet.
Look at that splash pad.
And the Aqualab is there for the kiddos. Right there. We just got an announcement that there are whales and we didn't see any whales.
I know.
I ran here.
I know.
As fast as I could.
Watch for puddles.
What? Where am I gonna look at the puddles? The entire thing is an ocean. One giant puddle.
And now we are going to be going on our way to Palo for brunch.
Is that Briar Rose? For the cold meats, we're gonna try the beef. It's good. It's very soft, so it's not very tough. Because you know how you're very scared that you'll like have to tug on it? Tug of war with the beef. The prosciutto again is really, really good. The texture is not too difficult to tear apart. So it's just the right amount of salt for a prosciutto. For the cheese, let's try this one. The mix between the balsamic and the cheese is really awesome. So I like this. I like the cold cut so far.
Let us first try the spicy Italian sausage. But without the spiciness, we requested them to take out the chili flakes. I love the thin crust. It's very cheesy, a tad bit oilier than usual pizzas. Sausage is amazing. It tastes peppery. I mean, it's good. I love it. I love pizza.
So now I'll be trying the one with sun-dried tomatoes. It's like an explosion of cheeses. The goat cheese gave it the right amount of like the sourness. Or else again, it's gonna be very oily and very cheesy. But the mix between the sun-dried tomatoes and the goat cheese, it's so good. I really like this flatbread. Alright, so Jamie's now trying out the steak. Fork, test, fork, test, fork, test.
Se passa the fork
Very
test.
tender. Melts in your mouth. I like the sauce on top. The meat is very tender and very juicy. So when you bite into it, it's actually very flavorful. And it's great. It's amazing. I highly recommend it for all steak lovers out there.
We're going to be stopping by a waterfall.
Jamie, you're matching the waterfall.
I know.
I know my ruffles. Now,
Yeah,
so you
the
can't
wind.
get a glimpse of them now if you're over on that side of the ship.
It's so pretty. I'm in a real life postcard,
Another
y'all.
thing too, we've also
Oh, look at that.
started to see icebergs. We haven't seen icebergs yet on our journey.
Jamie, do you know what this kind of backdrop calls for?
What?
An amazing Insta come with me shot.
Okay.
Come with me, Jamie. Right now it is around 12:56 and we're getting to be near the rocky kind of areas, but we haven't quite gotten to the glaciers yet. I think we're gonna get there at around 2 o'clock. Oh, and right now we are at the aft of the ship, so that's the back of the ship by Palo, because everybody is crowded right at the front. Yeah, although it is a good idea to get some nice pictures at the front. And look over there, they're gonna get ready for the freezing the night away deck party tonight for Frozen. Now we're just gonna try and walk forward and see how crowded it is at 1 p.m. We're in a real life Lord of the Rings movie. Are we gonna take the ring to Mordor?
No, it's mine.
Wow, look at that. Alright, so right now we're gonna try and do an animation class here at the Crown and Fin, a proper English pub. There's an easel, but there's nobody else in here. Jamie, that means to give us free run, we can like draw on it.
Don't draw that.
We can leave a graffiti.
No.
So today, because we're in a glacier, I wanted to do something related to the ice. Today we're gonna be doing Olaf.
Olaf.
Have you done it, right?
I don't think so.
Nope.
Never?
No.
Where you been?
Lost.
That's the answer. But you found me.
Yes.
So let's do it. If you're gonna spot the center of your paper, we're gonna be using it as the bottom of the oval. And then bring it back. Maybe like a Z, Z. It can be a double one, and you can bring more, 3, 2, 5. As long as you bring it back to the same position where you started.
Nightmare and Christmas version.
Nice.
It's still dog.
I'd watch that movie. Here it is.
No.
Nightmare Before Christmas. Christmas Day.
Aww. Well, actually, I really like drawing Olaf.
Yep, I don't like it.
Oh, look at Axel. Alright, so we are doing some arts and crafts. We're gonna build a little ship. We've never done this before, but I don't know. I feel like I'm scared that I'm gonna cut something wrong. It's a good thing I have small hands for these baby scissors.
Deja vu, I just been in this place before. Higher on the street and I know it's my time to go.
Okay, so there's like only 10 minutes left, so we just finished cutting the outline. But Jamie, if we throw this in the water, it's gonna sink for sure.
Are you sure? It would float.
Oh yeah, that's right. So it is a boat. Right now it's about 2:30.
Yes.
And we've arrived at the glaciers. There it is, Sawyer Glacier. Guys, this is what the cruise is all about. And we just heard from our cruise director that Sawyer Glacier is retreating every year. Those are the people on the excursion. Those are one of the ships that you board for your excursion for the glaciers. And yeah, you get to have a really close look at the glaciers. But again, even if you don't get to book the excursion for the glaciers, you can still see it. Pro tip, guys, if you want to see harbor seals, if you want to see the wildlife, be sure to remember to bring your binoculars. We've been seeing a lot of people bring their binoculars, and I think they've been seeing some like eagles, seals, some whales. So yeah, it's gonna be worthwhile. All right, guys, we're walking past the windows, and we just noticed the excursion boats out there. If you book a Glacier Day excursion, this is what your boat is gonna look like. You are going to board one of these ships and go up close to see the glaciers. All right, so now we're just gonna go up to Cabanas, get some coffee, and maybe chill at the decks. Take a look at the views. Let's go. Copacabana. It's funny singing that song when we're in like a really cold place. I know. Guys, we're at Lifeboat 19 again.
And there's still nobody here. It's about 4:10 right now, and we're still having amazing views of the glacier. And there's, again, almost nobody here. They're all crowded at the front. It's really nice to just take like a cup of coffee and enjoy these views. For this day, instead of Dawes Glacier, we're going to Sawyer Glacier. We're at Sawyer Glacier.
I actually like it better. If you look at it, I know they're all just rock structures and they all look the same, but there are more of them, more to see, I think.
I just think that I was able to see a whole lot more variety in the rock structures here, but I really enjoyed Sawyer Glacier a lot, and we saw the glacier a while ago. It looked magnificent.
Yeah, I think it looks better than Dawes.
To be honest,
yes,
it looked bigger.
Yeah.
Even if we don't know if it's actually bigger,
it looks bigger. I'm too short. I'm too short. I can't do it. I have to like stand on that.
Stretch it.
Travel Alaska 2.0.
Oh my gosh, we just came back from our room and look what we saw. In our bed, what's this?
Oh my gosh, Rice Krispies!
What? This is so sweet.
There's something. There's a button.
Aww.
There's a button.
Oh, there's a card.
Dear Dee sisters, I truly hope you are having a wonderful vacation full of magical moments. Please accept this sprinkle of pixie dust as a gesture from deep down in the depth of my heart. Best regards, Bruno.
Bruno, this is so sweet. I'm gonna cry. Thank you so much. You're the best, honestly.
We've never had any kind of Disney Rice Krispies.
Yeah, this is so sweet. Actually, we've never ever tried Disney Rice Krispies ever.
Yeah, so we don't know how it tastes like.
Yeah, this will be a first.
So special.
We love you, Bruno.
All right, so after a brief break in our room, we're wearing the puffy jacket, so that means we are out on the decks and we're gonna be watching the Freezing the Night Away deck party. Frozen!
Hooray!
Oh my gosh, look at what Jamie has on.
Hooray! Because we didn't sleep in this time!
Yeah, we're gonna do it, Jamie. Show us your beautiful ears. We're gonna freeze the night away. Look at that Ice Queen.
Ice Queen, then I shouldn't be smiling.
She doesn't even care.
Let it go, let it go.
March in place like a reindeer. Yes, Sven says stop.
Hi everyone, I'm Olaf, and I like warm hugs.
Oh, look, everybody, it's Olaf!
He's the buzz, kids will pink and the lion fuzz, and I'll be doing whatever snow does in summer.
Hey sis, Pete, everyone. Hello everyone. I'm so excited to be here tonight. This looks like a fun party.
Oh, it is!
And I'm sure our guest and Olaf could use some cooling down after all the dancing we just did.
Tiana. Yes, we're gonna be at Tiana's for their Frozen night. Alright, so I got the cold cuts, Duke of Wesselton. Let's try their prosciutto. The prosciutto is a little bit tough, but it's not too salty. The beef is a little bit less salty. The beef is less tough than the prosciutto. A little bit easier to chew. Alright, let's try that carrot soup.
You know what? I've always hated carrots, but if carrots tasted this good, I would drink this every single night. It tastes like cheddar cheese. It's so good. It tastes like cheese.
Alright, so now let's try their lobster ravioli. You know what? I cut into that and I smelled the lobster right away. Ooh. Yeah, the smell of lobster just... Inside the ravioli, it's filled with lobster, so we're good on that. There are 4 pieces of ravioli, and they're pretty big. The sauce is very flavorful in terms of the lobster taste. So it's very strong on the lobster taste. For me, who loves lobster, I actually really like it, and it's not too heavy too, because there's only like 4 big pieces of ravioli.
Try the salmon. This is actually gluten-free. The sauce is watered down on this side.
Oh, really?
Yep. The top part, when they grilled it, they might have added something sweet. It adds a little bit of flavor because the salmon is midway between dry and not dry. Without that sweetness at the top, I might not have liked this dish. I said I hate carrots, but my favorite kind of cake is carrot cake. Don't ask me why. That's a very thick mousse. Look at that. Ooh. The cake itself, it's really good. I love carrot cake, so anyone who loves carrot cake will love this. My only complaint maybe is that the whipped cream or the cream is very thick for a carrot cake. It's like there is more cream than carrot cake.
We are here today for our 80s music trivia. Now throughout your cruise, we have the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, and now we're going to my favorite decade, the 80s. Have we got any 80s fans in? Number 3, here we go.
You're indestructible, always believe it. Take on me.
Oh, wait,
I'll be wrong.
Alright, so we just got back from our dinner over at Tiana's for the special frozen menu, and it was super good.
The standout was definitely the carrot soup. If you can make someone who hates carrots like carrot soup, I think you did a great job. And something that was, I wouldn't say terrible because it was good, but it's a little bit disappointing. The dessert that I had, the Olaf carrot cake, had very little cake. It was maybe 10% cake and 90% whipped cream.
And then of course we got to watch the Freezing the Night Away Frozen deck party, which was so much fun. We got to see Anna, Elsa, Olaf, Kristoff. It was an amazing party. The dancers were all just so lively, and you can see from the crowds, they definitely enjoyed themselves. Especially the kids on the decks, they were having the time of their lives. And that just makes a Disney show a Disney show. Because everybody is enjoying themselves. But this is not the end. Tomorrow for day 4, we are going to be going to Skagway, Alaska. So be sure to tune in next week to join us for that. So every week we'll be shining a light on a cast member who's made our Disney Wonder Alaskan cruise extra magical. And this week we'll be shining a light on Ralex, Udi, and Alexander. So Ralex and Udi were our servers for this cruise, and they were amazing. They work so good as a team, and they're always very friendly as soon as we enter. And one of the best things our main server Ralex does is at the end of our meal, he would ask us a brain teaser. And I remember Jamie and I would just always go into the next dimension trying to think of the answer. So far we only got like what, 1 out of 3 of them.
More like 1 out of 4.
Because they are quite challenging.
In addition to the brain teasers, he would also perform magic tricks. There were card tricks, and then one of the puzzles was involving crayons and shapes. We couldn't get it. That's something to look forward to if you have Ralex as your server.
And Udi, our assistant server, is also so sweet. Every time we see her, she's always checking up on us and making sure that we're doing okay on water and seeing if we need any refills. Also, Ralex and Udi do a really good job of giving us dinner recommendations for the night. And every time we went with what they recommended, we were always steered correctly. And of course, Alexander. We actually first met Alexander back on our first cruise. Alexander has always been very excellent in his service. He always goes around checking up on all the tables, making sure that he gets to speak to every table for the night.
He would always come in and make sure that you know about time differences, where we're eating the next day, and even some of the lunch options that you would have for the next day as well.
So Ralex, Udi, and Alexander, if you're watching this, hello! We miss you so much, and hopefully we get to see you again on another Disney cruise. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and if you'd love to keep up with our adventures for this cruise, be sure to hit subscribe because we'd love to have you on board. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!